Hello, hello. Welcome back to another episode of the podcast. This is Haley Sohn, nutritionist, weight loss expert. You're listening to Weight Loss Without Dieting, where we talk about how to lose weight without the list of foods that you can and can't have and all the things that are going to be restricted from your life. And that turns into a whole lot of feeling out of control and self-sabotage, and you're wondering what is wrong with you, why you keep going down that path. There's an alternative to all of that, and I break all of it down for you in this podcast. So today we're going to talk about what I call low-hanging fruit, but this is something I work through my clients with as they're going through my program and taking all the steps. What are the little things that that have just kind of slipped under the radar that are really easy to cut out, that you just haven't really thought about or, put an eye on before? And likely this is showing up for you in your daily life. And if you had awareness around it, you'd probably change it. But you just don't. A lot of this podcast is about awareness, about self-awareness. You being like, oh yeah, I am doing that. And here's, how I can move that forward and stop doing that. So what low-hanging fruit looks like for you, for a lot of my clients, is those little nibbles throughout the day or on the weekend. Things that you just put in your mouth because it's habitual, because it's there, because everybody else is doing it. And you just haven't thought oh yeah, I could just easily cut that out. I didn't even like that. And I didn't even realize, I'm just sticking it in my mouth because everybody else is doing it. Or I'm putting, doing the dishes. This is what I hear all the time. Cleaning up the kitchen after dinner and doing the dishes. And there's just food left over on my kids' plates. Or, there's only 2 bites of potatoes left. And I don't feel like sticking it in the fridge as leftovers. I don't want to throw it away. So I'm just going to eat it. Stuff like that. One of my clients recently, hers was, they make dinner at night, and every night it was there's rice and there's rice and there's rice. And she was like, I don't really care about the rice. I was just don't put it on your plate. That's low-hanging fruit. That's so easy to cut out, and that's going to move the needle forward on your weight loss. So this is really just a quick episode, a quick awareness for you. Find those habits, and maybe they're not even showing up as habits because it's just so random. The dinner one and the cleanup one, that might feel more habitual, but sometimes it's just so real. You're in the office kitchen, and there's, a bowl of candy. And so you just walk by and you grab one, every so often during the day, or you're standing around with coworkers and everybody else is eating a snack bar. So you're like, oh, let me grab one too. And when you really slow down and think about it, it's oh yeah, I don't even like those snack bars. Or that candy that I'm always grabbing, not really my favorite. That's so easy. Once you put an eye on it, you kind of examine it like that, so easy to cut out. And that low-hanging fruit, although it might feel small, sometimes I talk to my clients about some of these things. Is that really going to help? It's so small. It really is. Not only because, an extra, 100, 200 calories every day does add up over time, and taking that away will also add up over time. But it creates in you this belief in your ability to be in control around food. That's where we're working towards, you guys. If you're coming to this feeling out of control, feeling really disconnected from what's going in your mouth, it's why did I do that? I don't know. How do I stop? I also don't know. Creating these little almost like micro habits where you're owning like, oh yeah, I made that choice not to eat that candy, and it really wasn't that hard. Or now when I'm cleaning up the dishes, I'm just looking at the food on my kid's plate and I'm saying, do I really want to eat that? Like, ew. Am I okay with throwing this in the garbage as opposed to making my body the garbage? Yeah, I'm very okay with that. Very good with that. I love that decision. You get to tell yourself, yeah, I can do this. It's that toe in the door. I feel like I say that on like every coaching call, and I probably say it here a lot too. It's that toe in the door. A lot of times we just need like a toe in the door. Like, oh, there's this little crack and hint of belief for ourselves and our ability to do something, our ability to cut out something that we might, have previously really struggled to not do, to create a new habit or, eliminate a habit, to feel in control, to feel empowered, to make a choice that we really like. That's all we really want. That's where we have to start. I think one of the things we all kind of have in the back of our mind about weight loss is that, we're doing it wrong over here, and we need to jump to the exact opposite side. And if I could only go from believing that I love potato chips and I never want to give up my habit of eating an entire bag of potato chips on the couch every night, to I hate potato chips and I never ever ever want to do that again, then I would solve all my problems. I'd weigh what I want. I'd be super happy. And that's not true. And it doesn't work like that. So sometimes, this is not to say that affirmations are wrong or bad. There's just a misconception about them. And I think I did a whole podcast episode on how to use affirmations properly, because they can be a useful tool. But a lot of times if we're doing affirmations or like conscious self-talk about food and habits, we are doing it wrong in the sense that we're trying to jump to the opposite place of where we are right now. That doesn't work because you can't believe the opposite right now. If you could, you would already be doing that. You would already not be eating chips on the couch at night, or you would already be throwing all this, leftover food on plates away as opposed to eating it. You can't believe, the opposite of that right now. We have to start from where you are. And so that's that toe in the door. It's just like that little tiny crack of like, oh yeah, I could believe this other thing instead in that moment, right now, from where I am. That's a really key part to changing beliefs, is just finding the next best step. I believe I closed my last episode by saying there's two truths to every belief, every moment. One feels really bad and the other one feels a little bit better. And we just want to move it towards the one that feels a little bit better. And actually the last episode I talked a lot about by like your self-talk. And so some of these low-hanging fruit habits are really as simple as an unconscious candy's here, I'm going to put it in my mouth, to I don't want to eat that piece of candy because I don't even like it. So it's really shifting it from maybe an unconscious place, or maybe it is a little bit more intense feeling like, I can't throw this food away. I have to save it in some way or purpose it in some way. So I eat it. To I don't want to treat my body like a garbage can. That's what the garbage can's for. So it's moving it to your want, not an outside authority's want, or just kind of an unconscious, like, it's there, so I'm going to eat it. I don't want to eat that right now. It's going to make me feel like crap, and I don't even like it. I want to feel light and energized for the rest of my day. So I'm going to pass on that energy bar that everybody else is enjoying. Those types of things. Or even like something like fruit. I talked about salads in the last episodes, but for me that I used to eat all the time, but I realized like I don't really enjoy that much, is fruit. I enjoy it now more because I'm pregnant. For some reason, fruit is like something I like when I'm pregnant. But typically when I'm not pregnant, I much more enjoy like a cooked salty vegetable as opposed to a piece of fruit. And so just owning that and recognizing that was a process for me of moving from I eat fruit because I should eat fruit because fruit's healthy and just kind of this unconscious thing, there's fruit there, everybody else is eating the fruit, or I'm at a party at somebody's house and they have a fruit salad, so I'm putting it on my plate because it's fruit and it's healthy, to I don't really like fruit that much, so I'm just gonna have an empty space on my plate right there. That would have been filled with fruit salad, but I don't really want it. It can be really simple things like that. Just realizing, it is healthy, or everybody else, it seems to like it, or it's there too. That's not really, it might be healthy, but I don't actually enjoy it. So those are low-hanging fruit. Just take a look at your day, at your week, and see if there are little shifts that you can make there, where you can cut out little things, little bites, nibbles here and there that are going to actually move the needle on the scale, maybe in a small way, because it's not you're not overhauling your entire diet and your entire life and all your habits, just this little thing. But more importantly, it's creating your ability to believe in yourself, that you can do this, that you can be in control, that you can change your habits, and feeling more empowered than you do right now. All right, that's all I have for you on this episode. I offer free weight loss consultations where I'll tell you the type of weight loss resistance that you have. There are 3 main types. Every single person I've ever worked with has one of these 3, or maybe multiple of these 3. But I will tell you what you are, which type you are, or which types, and how to move forward out of that. It's kind of like a diagnostic call. You're going to walk away with some information about yourself and some next steps for you. And I'm going to put the link to book that in this call. I've had so many podcast listeners come work with me recently. It's really awesome. It's super exciting. I absolutely love meeting you, even if you just want to get the diagnosis on the call, or if you're interested in also working with me, we can talk about that too. But I'd love to meet you and see you on the call and help you, beyond me just talking at you on these podcasts. We get to meet and have a conversation, and I will walk you through that diagnosis and what to do about it. So put the link here. Go ahead and book, and I'll see you on your call. Bye.